Day 37. Free to be with, play, and create with groups of people. You don't have to do everything alone, Callie. You don't have to be a hermit all of the time. Like, it's actually like, okay, it's really fun to do stuff alone and be creative alone. But there's so much power in groups as well. Like, I feel like both are necessary. But today I want to talk about the power of being in groups and playing and creating from that space. Because, like, I just went on, like, a little ocean getaway with one of my improv girlfriends. And we had so much fun, like, and it was really beautiful because she's, like, also, like, in this really creation mindset and play and creativity, and gives herself, like, writing challenges every day as, like, I'm doing these videos every day. And just being with her in that energy, I was like, oh, I want to, like, write more too. And, like, we just like kind of were bouncing off ideas with each other, and like had coffee next to the ocean, and like we're just like writing and creating and like chatting, and you know, it just helps to like build up the energy. I feel sometimes like when I'm alone, you know, you can kind of get this like tunnel vision because you're so absorbed in your own thoughts and ideas and things, and it really helps sometimes to like bounce off somebody else. You know, there's times when you want to just incubate and let it marinate. And then there's times where you just want to share and like with somebody that you really resonate with somebody that can like help bring your vision to like a whole nother level that maybe you didn't even see was possible. Somebody who sees you, believes in you, like cheerleads you on. And I'm just seeing like the power of this, like the real power of this. And it's so much fun too. It like energizes like all parties involved, like, you know, when you're with that great group of people. And I feel like this is really what I want to start bringing out. I see myself like launching these like women's masterminds or groups to like really help women to like get in that creative flow and be a cheerleader and like help them break out of their boxes and start to think beyond. Because I'm seeing the power that that has had on my own life. And, you know, even like an improv class, like I just had improv, I was hanging out with some of my improv buddies tonight, and like, you know, it's like the whole yes and is like the concept of improv. And I've talked about this before. It's like, oh, it's so good. It's like, you know, when somebody shares, you're like, yes, you agree and you add on. You know, you add on to their ideas, like you make it bigger, you make it bigger, you make it bigger. And it's like, you know, because if you're doing it alone and you fall, it's like, it's just you there, you know, and sometimes you're so lost in the thought or the belief system, and it's sometimes hard to get out. But when you're with a group, it's like, and that's what improv is so beautiful, you know, because like everyone's there to help lift you up and support you. You know, and I went to sketch comedy writing class today as well. And even there, it was like, oh my God, it was so scary because I wrote my first script, you guys. Pat on my back. Like a big accomplishment. Like I've never written a script for anything. And so for class, our homework assignment was to write a script. And so I wrote a script. Should I tell you the idea? It was about a gay mortician. I know, it's like, oh my God, is my humor really that dark? But so funny. But anyways, like, you know, in my head, it was like so funny throughout the whole thing. I was like, this is gold. But then you read it and it's like, there's crickets. Like nobody's really laughing. I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm not as funny as I thought. But in my head, I'm like the funniest person ever. I was like, oh my God, is that like, maybe these videos are coming across like that. Like I'm having a blast, I'm having fun, but maybe other people aren't feeling that. But it's okay, it's totally okay. But the power of the group with the script writing is like, then they gave me feedback, and like, we kind of just bounced off ideas like, oh my God, what if this happened? Or what if that happened? Or what if this happened? I was like, oh, and it just like kind of like amped me up to like think beyond like my little like narrow-mindedness around gay morticians. I was like, oh my God, I never thought about that. Yes, please, yes. You know, and to be so open to receive criticism and feedback and like to expand and evolve and grow and learn, you know. And there is a fine line because it's like, you know, they really didn't want me to go into gay morticians. Like, it's a little bit edgy, and like you're kind of playing into the stereotypes of gays, and like, you know, and even though I freaking am like all about the gays, like I love them so much and kind of wish I was a gay man myself, because I feel like one sometimes, you know. And okay, I'm not gonna go there, there's some other jokes coming up, but anyway. You never know how much can I really push my boundaries. I'll wait till I do stand-up, then I'll really push it. But anyways, you know, and they were telling me like, and then they had a good idea. It's like, okay, maybe I'll bring it more into, what's it called? A pageant. Yeah, like a pageant mortician. You know, like the pageant moms and dads, like kind of one of those. Because then you don't have to like play into the stereotypes. So it's like, oh, that's a great idea. But then again, you just got to check it with yourself. Like, check what other people are saying, especially when you're in a group, because they can all be like, no. But if your heart is like, yes, I want gay mortician, then I'm going to do a gay mortician. But I can stay open to hearing their feedback. And it was like actually like channeling it in. I mean, it just happened tonight, but I was like, oh, I actually like that idea. So I think I'm gonna like play with that, try out some beat hits around that, and maybe write a script about like a pageant mom mortician who's like dressing up the dead body for a pageant show. It's gonna be so much fun. And then plus I could act in it. But yeah, so like the power of groups to like just help boost each other up and like help see beyond, you know. And that's like I feel like what me and my brother do for each other, like, you know, because he sees himself and like, you know, there's some limiting beliefs in like his work of what he does for working out and fitness and things, and I'm like, oh my god, like I see you in drag and like you freaking love dressing up and like dancing like crazy and like being a performer, you know. But there's that part that says, you know, and growing up in like the Pilates world, it's like everyone is so strict and so like by the book, you know, of how they perform things. And I was like, why do you just like wear like stilettos in class? Like, why don't you just figure skate in the middle of a Pilates class, you know? And it's like kind of once you see somebody else and you give them that permission slip, or you help them dream up of like, you know, you can see all their uniqueness and you can help them see, and it's like it kind of gives them the inspiration to dream bigger and go bigger, and it's like, oh, this is so exciting, you know. And like he has a big interview tomorrow, like, yeah, call me before and like let's pump up, let's envision what that's like, you know. So it's really beautiful because, you know, when we get in our own head, we can fall into the trap of believing that we are this character, that I am Kelly Sorensen and I'm in this body and I have these pains and I have these troubles and past life traumas and all these things are wrong with me. And then the other person's like, no, you can believe that if that's fun, or like step into your greatness. Like, it's your choice. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like, I totally forgot. Like, this life can be fun and awesome. I don't have to like wallow in my misery for years and years and years like I did. Oh my god, that was dark. But we won't go there right now. But yeah, so groups are really important to help lift you up and have fun and get more creative. Yeah, and I see like, oh, so many ideas are coming in of what I can do around this. I'm not gonna share them yet because I know I can get a little overzealous and just share too much, but to be continued, and keep a lookout because it feels like these creations are wanting to birth through me, because there's no baby coming out of here, so might as well birth a creation, you know. I mean, all you guys are my babies. I just love you all, and I keep telling myself, okay, you're not gonna have babies, but the whole world is your baby. So have fun and play and support everyone else. Okay, I'm really delirious from my trip and it's like almost midnight. So I'm gonna head off to bed early. Well, yeah, before midnight, maybe. Okay, I'm signing off. I love you guys. And if you wanna play and create, come join me. Love you guys.